the power of individuality, the power of self, the power of the divine will. Man, number 5, with his hands working through his divine will, produces his accomplishments and the results. This card is also ruled by Mercury, again making a connection with number 5, the Hierophant. Mercury rules over the sign of Gemini, which is the card number 6, the Lovers, who shows you that within you is the power to manifest your desires by using your higher willpower and your superconscious mind. So we're going to take our reasoning mind, which, where do we get that from? Well, we get that from number 4. We get that from the Emperor. 4 is the number that indicates labor that is reached and now has come to completion. 4 is the 4 elements which make up the earth. Seen on the magician's table, it is the number of the 4 elements on the magician's table that when you combine these, you make the earth, you make man. And it is almost like we are now at a state of the conscious mind and the unconscious mind, making, if you will, a foundation stone, a structure, and this is certainly depicted by sometimes the Emperor in other tarot cards sitting on a cube. So the combination of the number 1 and 4 can then be viewed as the process acted upon, taking this new awareness. And what happens is we activate our imagination. And when we activate our imagination, which of course we know is bypassing the reasoning mind and going into the subconscious mind, there's where we get our intuition. And through that, we can change the state of our consciousness by intuitively knowing that we can go beyond that, and we have the power to create a greater life, a greater individuality. And that really, folks, is depicted by what the alchemists knew. Now, the alchemists knew more about individuality, and they represented that by the Ouroboros, the snake who is biting his own tail, of the transformation of the individual. And I want to connect it a little bit more by showing you the here we have, let's say, the 2 monks. We have the red roses of desire, which is in the magician's field. And then we have the lilies of abstract thought, the red and the white. And here the magician wears abstract thought, and then what he desires, the garment over his abstract thought, with the red roses here, and then creates his reality. So it's all interconnected. All right, now going back to the Temperance, this is where we're going to be applying the right ingredients. Let's go back here to Temperance. All right. And we know that we need the right ingredients or the right belief system or the correct way of thinking if, as Bruce Lipton says, 75% of it is maybe wrong beliefs, outmoded beliefs. It really doesn't represent who we are. This is where we do the modification with creativity and a change of the substance. Also, the 4 elements have to be used properly. Remember, the magician has to know how to blend these. So it is through discipline and self-awareness and study of of discovering who we are and what we want that we can make these changes. We also need to know that we can direct our mental energies, Mercury, which is air, towards a deeper understanding of our concept of that higher wisdom, which is, of course, depicted by Michael. Michael is the fire or the archangel also of transformation, and through that fiery energy, which of course is depicted in the Aries of the Emperor, it is also depicted here with the sun exalted because we have a crown over the sun. And of course we know that the Emperor is ruled by Aries, which is the first sign of the zodiac, and ruled by the sun, that we have to be the one that initiates the change. It doesn't happen without that. Okay, now let me see how I can connect this a little bit more. Jupiter. Okay. Temperance is under the zodiac sign Sagittarius. All right. Let's link the number 10, which is the Wheel of Fortune, because in 14 we have 10 and 4. So we're going to take it another step. All right. The Wheel of Fortune. So what is the Wheel of Fortune representing to us? It represents our destiny, both good and bad. It teaches us that no matter what life has kind of handed us at any given moment, we can take control and create our own reality. We're given opportunities. It is ruled by the planet Jupiter, which connects us to Sagittarius, Temperance, because Sagittarius ruling planet is Jupiter. You can see how it is all interconnected. Now, Jupiter is the higher mind. Jupiter is expansion. Jupiter is growing. And we have to grasp this concept and make it our own. So to know that change is what I'm referring is that we know that change is constant. We know that we have to take the opportunity of when the wheel comes around, our destiny, and it is cyclical, it is repetitive, and we have to ask ourselves, do we wish to repeat and recreate the same lifestyle, or take the power inherent in us to make these changes and make different choices? We also know by the Wheel of Fortune that the laws of the universe cannot be changed, that they are fixed, and we need to know and understand these laws. They are fixed by the 4 zodiac fixed signs in the corners, which is Leo, Aquarius, Leo. I am not doing this. Taurus, Taurus is the bull. Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius, the angel. I apologize, but those are the 4 fixed signs because the law of the universe are fixed. Therefore, 10 brings us what man can do to change and transform himself. So, the card number 1 is the Magician, and 10 is 1 and 0, right? So now I'm going to kind of summarize and conclude this by saying it is through the Magician 2-0, as I said earlier, that the Hierophant is number 5, the number between 1 and 10 where we started, and that as the Magician we have the opportunity to take with our divine will what the 0 represents, which is universal intelligence, God force, or the superconscious known as the Fool card, 0. And it is through these energies that we can bring about a new beginning on a higher plane. Isn't that what the Fool card represents? The new incarnated soul with no programming, clean, ready to come down off into the abyss and into consciousness and learn his journey through the cycles. Wow, I hope you understood this. I hope this was helpful. I hope it empowers you. It certainly empowers me. And I thank you for listening, everyone. This is Carol signing off. Bye for now.